Okay. Okay, so kind of continuing on this trend of just regular tanks, we're gonna play my bastard artillery, uh, my favorite. So this is my mobile close quarters artillery, and of course this is the KV2 with the derp gun. And I've had some absolutely wonderful games in this thing, and it can be a beast. So probably what's going to happen here, as soon as I hit play, I'm probably going to end up bottom tier, and then just I'll probably die in fairly short order. And that's okay, because again, the game is for enjoyment, and for every 10 times that you end up in bottom tier and you get killed in the first minute, it, you get one of those perfect KV2 shots where a Cromwell comes running out in front of you, and you can almost see the panic on his little Cromwell face as you pull the trigger. So we're going to go ahead and head on in. The KV2, I've got a decent crew on this thing. They all have their first perk or skill out of the way, and then they're about halfway there on their second. So, but I do enjoy this tank. It's slow. It has a long reload, but ultimately, none of that really matters because, again, for every shot you miss and everything that goes horrible within the KV2, you do get that one shot every so often that lands, and it takes off 3/4 of the enemy's health, and it makes it all worth it. So amazingly, I'm not bottom tier. I'm middle tier. So it looks like ahead of me, we've got a couple of tier 7s on the enemy team. Yeah, I mean, they just have a tier 7 artillery who is going to home in on me. If he catches a whiff of me, I will never see the end of that M12. So we'll just, we'll cross our fingers, and we're just going to kind of move on up anyway. And again, we're here in a defensive map, so I'm going to go ahead and remind my team that they do need to defend the base, because a lot of the times these weirdos, they forget what map they're on, they forget what the game type is, and they forget that we're supposed to be protecting our base and not just running off to YOLO in and kill enemies and die. So okay, so alright, excellent. So we got our first victim over here. He's behind a rock, so probably that's not going to happen. We do have a VK up there. Is he going to make the... Oh, no, he's dead. Okay. So I do have a team that is, somewhat efficient here. They're... Okay. Well, it looks like my team is... If you look at the mini-map up in the northeast corner, it does look like they've pretty well got a handle on that. So I want to get up here and maybe try and do some stuff that KV2s usually do, which is usually just poke around a corner, shoot someone in the face, and then quickly get behind the corner and hope that that person doesn't run after you as you're going through your 20-second reload. So let's move on up slowly because this is a KV2. It's pretty much constrained to about 5 miles per hour on a hill. Oh good, and it looks like we do have the OI coming around, and I love OIs when I'm in my KV2. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and meander on over this way. We should be able to smack these guys fairly well. Alright, and at this point we're up 7-0, so I think we'll probably be pretty decent. But I'm gonna move up on these guys because I really just want to get some damage on these guys. And my team is probably kind of delaying a little bit because they... And that's why you do that. So, and the OI did hit me and set me on fire, but whatever. We can usually. I use my fire extinguisher. I think maybe what I'll also do is go ahead and repair my little scope because shooting at people in my KV2, I really don't need any kind of and there you go. And see, that's another thing that we like to do. Now, looks like that Hellcat's probably gonna die before I reload and get there. But you know what? To hell with it. We're gonna head that way anyways. There's one medium tank left, and he's like on the other side of the map. So I think we've just about done all the damage that we're going to do in this round here. So yeah, this is my KV2, and I do love it. But yeah, and then the guy's dead. So. Okay, so not, not the best of rounds. Really this thing, it really excels, I've found, on city maps. If you get this, to where you're, a top tier in Erlen or in Himmelsdorf, or one of those windstorm or city maps where there's buildings and all that shit. Usually you really see this tank come alive. You pair up with another KV2 with something like an OI, another derp tank, and you guys take turns. Nobody can really cross you, and it gets pretty brutal. And those have been my best games. City maps, so if you can get top tier in a city map in a KV2, then you really are gold. So I hit 100% of my shots. Now that's not saying a whole lot because I only took 2 shots. Again, 20-second reload. You take your time. 680 damage. We made a nice little profit considering we didn't really accomplish a whole lot. Alright, so, yeah, we were down here in the middle again. But, we weren't too far off. If I could have landed another shot or two on a couple of other enemies, then probably, I could have excelled a little more, so. But yeah, so, I mean, we didn't travel that far, a little over a kilometer, but overall, that's a game in the KV2. So, I love the KV2. Down here as far as modules and all that go, I've got my repair kit and everything, and I've also got a gun rammer and a gun laying drive. As far as over here goes, it might be worth it probably for me to maybe add improved ventilation, but actually a spall liner would actually probably be the best investment I can make, because if there's one thing about a KV2 that you can always count on, is it being a big fat target for artillery, and that spall liner, it can be very helpful in protecting you from artillery. So, as far as ammunition goes, this is what I recommend. You can. I have a little bit of a few rounds of armor piercing, but main thing I carry is high explosive. If you, I mean, because usually even if you hit, I mean, it doesn't even have to penetrate. Even if you hit them, you're going to do damage. So, and that's really, something fun. And if it does penetrate, then more than likely you're going to blow them up. If they're the same tier as you or below, you're just going to blow them up in one shot. So KV2, it's a one-shot king. It's my close quarters artillery. I love it, and I definitely recommend you grinding your way through 1, 2, 3, 4 and getting to 5, getting through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and buying the KV2. So as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. If you hate me, just go ahead and type so in the comments. So thank you, everybody, and I will talk to you soon.